Hi folks, in this video I'm going to review the Exped Ultra 5-hour medium mummy sleeping mat. I'll let you know what I love about it and also an issue that I had with it on a recent wild camp. After a really cold night wild camping back at the end of January, while I was sleeping on my old Trekology UL80, I kind of figured it was time to actually invest in a little bit of a warmer pad. Mainly because my goal this year is to camp out at least once a month, every month for the duration of the year. Also, I want to try a little bit more of getting away from just sleeping from in a tent and actually get out and sleep under a tarp and also in my bivy bag. So getting a sleeping mat that was actually fit for purpose was kind of really important. After quite a bit of research and looking on YouTube at many different channels, just at the different sleeping mats out there, looking at like Thermarest, Cedar Summit and all these different things, and they all have pros and cons and price points and issue and everything else. I ended up settling on the Exped Ultra 5-hour medium mummy, mainly because of the features of the sleeping mat, also the price point is a bit cheaper, and also a recommendation from another wild camper who I'm friends with, and he uses an Exped, not the Ultra, but uses Exped, and he rates them really highly. So after looking online at the product, I ended up going down that road. Let's take a look at the Exped Ultra. It is 27 centimeters in length and 13 centimeters across, so comparable to the Trekology. It is a little bit taller, around about the same width, but it's about half the weight, so it is an improvement from that. So let's get this open, take a look inside. So all you have to open it up, you just have a little push button and it goes down the drawstring, opens up. When you get it the first time, the actual airbag actually comes wrapped around the mat, so everything comes out together. I keep mine separate. You take your mat out, and inside the carry sack is a little pouch, and inside that pouch then is a repair kit. So you've got your glue, some patches and instructions. So I kind of like the fact that they've actually thought about putting that in a pouch, so it's not just sitting in the bottom of the bag where it might fall out. Well, probably would fall out. So that's a nice little feature. The airbag itself is colossal. It is a big old airbag. It is, I believe, around about 45 litres capacity in it, so it's a big old sack. You have just a little cap over the valve at the end there, and you can use it as a dry bag also, which is why I keep mine out now. The mat itself has two valves, so you have an inlet valve and an outlet valve. The inlet valve for blowing it up just has a little one-way valve in there, and that's all it is. So really simple. Only comes in this green colour, so if you're averse to bright green, then not much you can do there. But it is just a great mat. So I'll just show you how quickly it is to actually inflate, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the features of it. So as I said, you just take that cap off there, this then just fits really easily and quickly onto the mat. I've managed to inflate this sleeping mat in under 2 full bags, so it's quick. So as I said, there's a lot of air in there. One more, and that should be us full. So you can see, not even 2 bags, and the sleeping mat is already fully inflated. So really quick. When this comes off, again, there's no leakage from the valve. What I also like are the valves they don't protrude out the mat at all. So they're not going to hit your head, or they're not going to be damaged on the floor or anything else. Okay. The sleeping mat, it's actually well thought out. There's raised edges on both sides at the top and also at the bottom. And the idea with that is it just keeps you central on the sleeping mat when you're asleep. So again, the mat itself it's 183 centimeters in length. So it's not really the longest of mats, but I'm 5'8" and it works for me. It's 52 centimeters across at the widest and 32 down here at the feet. And I was a little bit worried when I first got it out. And I wanted a mummy mat mainly because it would fit then in my bivy bag. And I was a little concerned that when I was sleeping on it, that would roll off, because I would tend to sleep on my side, sometimes on my front, sometimes my back. So I do move around at night time. But the mat kept me completely secure on it. It didn't roll off once at all. So really, really good night's sleep when I did use it, which is about a week and a half ago the last time. So really, really impressed with that. The mat itself and the sack are both made of 20D ripstop polyester, and it's recycled. So the company do have an ecological viewpoint here. So they're not just using new material, they're actually using recycled material. It's insulated across the top and across the bottom. So there's actually 2 layers of insulation in it. And it's rated down or up to 4.8, or an R rating of 4.8, which the manufacturers claim will work down to -20. So I think, in the UK here, we're never really going to need it, well, unless you're maybe up in Scotland or a place like that, maybe up in the hills. You not really need it to work down to -20. So this is a really, really good, I think, good 4-season mat for the UK. The mat also comes with a 5-year manufacturer's warranty. So if anything does go drastically wrong, the manufacturers will actually stand over it, and so you get that 5-year warranty. Which again, it's just a nice reassurance to know that the manufacturers stand over the product. My experiences of using this mat are that it kept me warm all night long. It was really, really quick and easy to inflate. The design of the mat meant I didn't roll off at all during the night. It's also quiet, so you've got to move a bit of noise when you rub your hands across it. But when I slept on the mat, it was quiet, I wasn't disturbed, I had a good night's sleep. There's no disturbance from me moving around or noise coming back off this mat or anything else. So that was important for me also. The mat stayed fully inflated, so I didn't have to re-inflate it during the course of the night. So when it's inflated, there's no leakage, which I know with the Trapology, I know that these do have an issue of deflating, and it's an issue that I've had and Catherine's had with hers as well. So we've had a bit of an issue with that in the past. Whereas this, once it was inflated, that was it. Solid, good night's sleep. The only real issue that I had, and that's just because of the shape of the mat up here, where the head sits, is the pillow. Because the pillow's on elastic and it sits about here, obviously with the shape, the pillow just slides off during the course of the night. So I ended up having to put the pillow actually in the hood of my sleeping bag, and after that was grand. I had no problems then. And in the morning, it's really quick and easy to just open up the valve, deflate it, pack it back down, and it fits back in the bag without a problem. So it's a really, really, really good mat. For me, the Exped Ultra 5R is a great mat that easily rivals the likes of some of the Thermarest and Cedar Summit mats out there. Its price point is very, very competitive. It's full of great features, so I think it's a good purchase. If you are looking for a mat, I think taking a look at the Exped website, seeing the range of mats that they have is definitely worthwhile doing. The Ultra range comes in two different shapes, so you get the rectangular shape like a traditional sleeping mat, plus then you also get the mummy one. It comes in three different sizes, so this is the medium, which is great for me at 5'8". You know, it fits me perfectly. If you're bigger than 5'8", or taller that is, then you'd have to go with the long wide, which I think is something like over 6 foot then in length. It's 64 centimeters I think in width, as opposed to 52. And then you get this also in a medium wide, which is the same length, but then it's just wider at the shoulder and at the foot. But you know, me, I am quite broad anyway, but I slept on this really, really comfortable. So, folks, if you like this video, if you found this review useful, please subscribe to the channel.